Okay, here's a quick review of test. A test is the agent control board. So first thing to note, this is all based on simulation data, but could be easily wired up to production. So we're going to start here in the control center. Think of this as the home page for all of the activity in a test. Starts with a greeting bar up here, lets you know what applications you have in process, and gives you some highlights on priority applications or processes that you may want to pay attention to. So in this case, David Park has been open for 1 hour and 6 minutes as of the date of the recording. And it'll give you some ability here to take action on a particular customer or a loan application if you wanted to in the moment. It also gives you agent health, tells you what's going on with the particular agents that are running in a test, and some policy recommendations that we'll talk about in a minute. Customer overview is the next panel. Think of this as the ability to see what is happening for each one of your customers based on their particular status. So these are all of the customers. This is the customers whose application have been auto-approved by the agents. These are the ones that have been escalated, asking for human in the loop. And these are ones that have had reviewed and the human has taken action. If a user wanted to, right from here, they could make a decision to actually approve or decline a particular application, and they can take a look on the certificate, we'll get to in a second, that'll have all of the records of the agent activity. Here's the agent registry. Think of this as not about the loan applications, but an overview of what's going on with a particular agent. So in this case, we have an identity verification agent. Here, the system is letting us know that there probably will need to be a policy update. We'll need to update the EU ID cards to a new spec. Proactively telling us ahead of time before this becomes a governance issue. And down below, you can see for each one of these agents, the various permissions that they have, what they can and can't do, and any particular loan applications that they've been run against. Now, policy intelligence is interesting. This is where the system actively is monitoring the various action of the agents and human in the loop and making recommendations. So in this case, for our RSU income classification policy, the system has noted that humans are often going in and overriding uncertainty that may exist in that policy. And so it is recommending that policy go ahead and be clarified. And it's making an estimate that if that clarification is done, there may be 30 fewer policy escalations requiring humans in the loop. Next is the trust dashboard that allows you to get an overview of how your agents are working, the various performance breakdowns. Gives you sort of another higher view of what the agents are doing and how they're performing over time. The certificate registry shows you every certificate of action that's taken place on a particular customer account. And if you click in here, you can actually see the certificate of action where it records what the agent did, the type of agent that it was, the tools that it accessed, the observations, the thoughts, all the decision chain of what it made. The agent record is another way here to look at agents. This is on a per customer basis. So in this case, Sarah Chen, we can take a look at all the different agents that were active on her loan application. This is tying together the agent activity to the actual loan application. So for those particular customers, we'll look at Sarah Chen here. She went through an agent process. There was no human escalation here. It was all auto-approved, and it went out to DocuSign for a certificate of completion. And so this would be the record of the entire loan application. This is a section down here in Certificate Anatomy where you can go deeper into each one of the certificates. This will explain how each one of the chains is captured, and it'll actually go in and you can go in and take a look at the difference between auto-approved agent certificates and then agent certificates that have a human in the loop and where the human would become involved in that process. And the last few pages here, this is the Architecture Explorer. This gives you a little bit of understanding of how this is all put together, the agent observability, the tracing, and the different sort of technical aspects. And the last thing I want to say is Simulation Lab. This is where you can go in and actually put it in a simulation yourself and see how the agents actually run. So this is a test. It's the governance system for agents to work at scale.